Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We're expecting a full house this afternoon. We've got an anticipated clash here, as we'll see a squad out of the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to get us going. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Broncos offense comes on the field first today. And here comes one of the elite running backs in all of college football. When he gets the ball in his hands, it's just hold your breath time, Kirk. He's been electrifying.
He sure is. The embodiment of a superstar. The bona fide runner with ill intentions for the defense. This offense leans on him, and there aren't very many times that he doesn't come through for him.
They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Looking for some space. It's Bajanti.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that previous play. They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. Gets into space at the 50.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
The Broncos come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Play action here on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, this is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. They're looking to throw. It's Nelson. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made after the completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And he'll drop back here on third down. And that one's picked off. What a play. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Oh, just a tough way to start this game for this offense. Throwing an interception on their very first drive. Now, see how their own defense will do, but they cannot panic, make a couple adjustments, and get ready next time they get the ball.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Movement here from the tight end. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Trying to find some room. It's Singleton. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. There's contact on the throw. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there. They attack the deep middle of this defense, Kirk, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
The Nittany Lions will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Eller. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. He's got it near the end zone. Tackled after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
This defense is spread out all over the field, trying to be able to make plays in space. That is a key. Good job of tackling and keep him out of the end zone.
Game moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he's got it. Touchdown, Penn State.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And that will pick up a 1st down. They'll spot it at 38.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
And the Broncos hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. On the run, it's Jonte. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
He's swarmed by the defense.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touch.
Important 3rd down play coming up after that completion. Can he make it to the marker? And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. The Broncos will send their punt team onto the field. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Caught quickly. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
A completion makes it 2nd down. Back in motion now. Takes the handoff. It's Allen. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Running, looking to make a play deep downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
And the Nittany Lions bring their punt team onto the field. And this will be fair caught at the 35-yard line. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll use the ground game here. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this 1st quarter. And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Nelson. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He's got his man wide open. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Here comes the handoff. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
2nd down play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a strong stiff arm. Physical run earns the 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He cannot escape defense with a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
First down sack pushes the ball back. 2nd down coming up. Ending off on the draw play. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Back to pass. It's Nelson. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Sacked on heavy pressure there.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
They'll kick it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. Let's see what they can do this time. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaks loose at the 45. They'll get him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Dropping back. It's Nelson. It's a quick grab. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Trying the run, it's Bijanti. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. But that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And it's good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Carpenter. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. The shotgun handoff here. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Offense getting set. It's second down. Scanning the field. It's Aller. Lets it go quickly. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And this one is caught. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
The Nittany Lions have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch made on the out route. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
They look to throw it here on second down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw again. Makes a quick catch. He stopped and he gets a first down.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's 3rd down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Snags the quick throw. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
First down here for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
The sack sets up second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's third and long now. Using his legs, it's Singleton. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. And the kick bounces and goes out of bounds down near the goal line. Outstanding work by the punter. All right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
And the Broncos will kick this away to start the second half. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Gets it to the 25-yard line. And that's where they'll start the drive. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. And a chance right away here in the second half to stretch the lead and build momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Aller. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Quarterback drops back. Throws to the tight end. He's got it for a big gain. It's a huge gain across midfield. Ball will be spotted about the 31.
The defense is spread all over over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Handoff here from the shotgun. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Fleming. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. It was a foot race, and he won it.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Here comes the point after attempt. PAT makes it an 8-point game. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. On first down, it's play action. Quick throw to his receiver. And the ball is picked off. It's a short return. They make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Back to pass. It's Allard. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Second down after that completion. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Third down, out of the shotgun. He's running out of time here. But just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And they add to their lead.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, BSU. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
The coach deciding to go for 2 here to cut the margin to 3 points. To the air. It's Nelson. Pressure is coming. And they've got him behind the line. There is a penalty marker, but if it's on the offense, it'll be a change of possession. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They'd love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. On the run, it's Singleton. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. With the catch, it's Wallace. Finds just enough space and makes the first down.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
The Nittany Lions lining up here on 1st and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Running through the tackle. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
The Nittany Lions looking to keep this drive rolling. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking for a gap. It's Singleton. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Back to throw. It's Allen. Defense is coming after him. He's going to take off here. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up fourth down. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And they will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. And he's got it from 55 yards away and never in doubt.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
Come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Off the play fake on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds the receiver wide open. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Once you can establish the run game, the play action is so effective. Those linebackers' eyes get caught up on the run. You pull the ball, and you've got open targets behind them. It's a great example of using the run game to set up your play action.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Lets it fly to the wideout. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. Send the back in motion. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Allen. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's pulled in. Completion on a diving catch.
Boy, this is a big play by this offense. They go on the post route. It's a perfectly run route. It looks like the ball is going to be overthrown, but how about the receiver laying out to bring that one in for the big gain?
And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. And the Nittany Lions starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Makes a quick grab. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Catch made, looking for the goal line. And they stop him just short, but defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
And the defense is doing everything they can to try to rip that ball out. They've got to get the football back to their own offense to have any chance, obviously, of winning this game.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. An extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Here's the 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Nelson. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? The pass rush closing in. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for the wide out. And the pass is batted down, broken up on 4th down. What a play. The Nittany Lions looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Caught quickly. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the beatdown continues. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And they get set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. He's moving out of the pocket now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead, he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. Looking to throw. It's Nelson. Bringing pressure. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. That one sails too far. Out of bounds, incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
The Broncos begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Short pass finds the tight end. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage. Well, the defense knows, Kirk, might take more than one tackler to bring this tight end down.
Well, anytime as a defense, you always want to rally to the football. But against this guy, you especially want to do that because you saw he breaks through that first arm tackle. I thought he might be able to pick up even more yards, but good job of getting extra hats to the ball.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Nice grab. It's Jonty. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Looking to pass. It's Nelson. Quarterback escapes the pocket. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2. And the Broncos will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what will be the play call?
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down, he's throwing for it. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
1st down, looking to throw the football. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. That one sails incomplete. They're too far.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Fires it to the wideout. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And he's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's 3rd and long now. Dropping back, it's Nelson. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Trying for a 4th down completion. Looking to scramble. No, they've stopped him short. The defense with a big 4th down play to protect this lead late in the game. And he's brought down out at the 46. That's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Third down after that running play. Try and muscle for the 1st down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Hit the 1st down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
The offense going very heavy, bringing in more blockers. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. This is an important matchup, a battle of two top 10 teams, two forces colliding. One team will leave here making a big statement, as we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Will kick this deep to get us going. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So Notre Dame's offense comes on the field first today. There's the star running back jogging out of the field. He is trying to add to his huge highlight reel, Kirk.
Chris, honestly, I don't think we've seen too many running backs who can duplicate what this guy can do on the field. He's got everything: vision, speed, power. He can diagnose the defense in real time. I'm really excited to see this kid play.
They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Scanning the field. It's Leonard. It's a quick grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They'll run it here. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Play action fake, looking to throw. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
You had the coverage that you want here as a quarterback. The receiver runs a really good route, and the quarterback just misses it. Now, the one thing I'll say about on the outcut is I'd rather have it thrown towards the sideline than behind the receiver where it can be intercepted. So he misses it, but at least it's not a pick.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Running back has it on the screen now.
On 3rd downs like this, you can only allow completions in front of you as long as you can protect the sticks. That's what the defense did here. They knew where the sticks were, and they were able to make the tackle short of the line.
And here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So Georgia's offense comes out for their first possession today. If there's one guy on this defensive side, Kirk, who can be a game wrecker, it's this elite pass rusher. Very much on the quarterback's mind today.
Yeah, Chris, but it's going to be very tough. This quarterback does a nice job of moving around in the pocket, and also he's going to have an awareness of exactly where this guy is and have a clock in his mind about how quickly that ball needs to get out. Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback operating an empty set. To throw, it's Beck. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. He'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this 1st down for the Georgia offense. And you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Now it's second down here. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Short connection to the tight end here. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. Grab made by the tight end. They stop him, but it's a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
The Dogs pick up enough for a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Bell. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. To throw, it's Beck. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
7th play of the drive coming up. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Bell. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening play. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
Boy, 3rd down, you know you're going to get a lot of pressure from this defense. Quarterback's protected. Does a great job of putting that ball where his receiver can make a play on it. What I love is what this guy does after the catch to picking up huge yards to set up now a 1st and goal.
Looks to the left, pass caught. Brought down, the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
2nd and goal for the offense. Looking for some space. It's Etienne. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, he came close to putting this ball into the end zone, but he comes up short. Now we're looking at a 3rd and goal. Boy, the defense is digging in. The offensive line trying to get a good push. I'm curious to see if they try to run the football again here on 3rd and goal.
They break the huddle for 3rd and goal. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd downs this drive. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
A little bit surprised here, Chris. I thought they might put the ball in the air here on 3rd and goal, but instead they run the football, keep it on the ground, and they get the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Grab down the middle. It's Mitchell. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. And Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
To the air, it's Leonard. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Looking to kick it away for the second time. With the return, it's Evans. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Ball handed off. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Dropping back. It's back. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
And completion makes it second and short. Here's the throw deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And now they'll set up for the point after. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab, a chance to score. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Egregious roughing the passer call. Automatic first down. Let's hope the quarterback is okay. Looking to throw. It's back. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
That is great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Extra point try coming now. Attack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Pulls it in. It's Evans. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. The completion makes it second and short. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. He's got a receiver wide open here. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. The big guy was just turned loose right over the middle.
Chris, how did they miss this guy? Big tight end, has great athletic ability, all alone over the middle. The quarterback's eyes lit up as he found his intended target for a big gain.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Leonard. Quick throw to his receiver. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here before halftime, wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive at this point. The sure hands. It's Lovett. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area, expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play. And the ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
Grab behind the line. It's Etienne. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
There's no one to throw to there on third down, and now it's a fourth down coming up.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that third down. Let's see what their decision is on fourth down coming up.
So on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. No problem. Knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Final seconds in the first half, they will just take a knee and head to the locker room. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36 in his first down. Back to throw. It's Beck. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up second and manageable here for this offense.
That completion sets up a second down play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. A big spin on the run. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Lovett. Oh, and he fumbles. Looks like the defense has it.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
onto the field. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. The pocket breaking down. Can't find anybody on 3rd down, throws it away, and now 4th down coming up. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They moved it well last time. Got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Lovett. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. It's Beck. Receiver makes the catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Tight end makes the grab. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's strong run defense. Not much of a gain on the play. Second down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. And it's complete downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. They got to be feeling pretty good about things as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's review how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Good time here to drop this screen into the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Georgia now operating in the red zone. Dropping back. It's back. Looking for the wideout. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Dogs. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
So one play moves the ball to the 38. Another first down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Looks left and finds his target there. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Second down play coming up. Scanning the field. It's Leonard. He'll try a pass here. Caught. Completion. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys. And it hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. And a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe get points on the board. Maybe not able to come back in this game. But, man, it could really help you down the road as far as showing what your character is about and how you're not giving up.
Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense and short of the first down marker. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Back to throw again. Grab near the sticks. It's Collins. Tackled at the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Mitchell. Brought down quickly at the 14, but the offense is in the red zone.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. After the PAT, the lead is still 31-7. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. Can the defense make adjustments? That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. And it's a bunch formation. They'll work the clock here with the running game. And they'll stop him after a short game. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Using his legs, it's Etienne. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And out comes the field goal unit. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. Bringing it out, it's Price. And bulldozing his way through. And he's tackled at the 30, so a good choice to bring it out of the end zone. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. This has been a long afternoon for this offense. All that's left, here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. It's a turnover.
Just a great job by this defense to knock that ball loose and get a critical turnover here. Late in the game, working with the lead, you get the ball back to your offense, and now a chance to secure victory.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it from the gun. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.